Is this just a feeling? Or is there really something to convey without words? A few hours ago, ARMY suddenly fell silent when Jungkook uttered a sentence that sounded simple, but felt different than usual. His tone was quieter, his gaze deeper, as if every word carried a weight he had never uttered before. Fans who witnessed the moment immediately wondered why the remark felt like a gesture aimed not just at the camera, but at someone very close to his heart. That emotional hint gets stronger when the camera switches on V. No crying, no big smile as he often showed, just a calm expression that actually felt the most painful. V's gaze seems to be holding something back, whether it's feelings, memories, or a reply that doesn't come out. That's where ARMY begins to feel a strange vibe, like witnessing an unannounced, unplanned, yet real breakup. Many speculate, is this just a moment of emotional exhaustion, or is there a deeper meaning behind it? Jungkook did not say goodbye, nor did he say goodbye. But that's exactly what makes the atmosphere even more piercing. The dangling words, the pauses that were too long, and V's reaction that was so quiet made ARMY read between the unwritten lines. For sure, this moment left its mark. Not because of big drama or shocking announcements, but rather because of emotions that feel too honest to ignore. It's as if Jungkook and V are sharing a feeling that only they fully understand, while ARMY can only watch from a distance, wondering if this is really just an ordinary moment or a farewell that is not yet ready to be said. Speculation immediately filled the timeline. Pieces of video are played over and over again. Every pause is analyzed, every change of expression is carefully interpreted. ARMY tried to find reassurance from the little things that might have been missed. Jungkook's breath before speaking, how V lowered his head for a moment, until a slight smile that appeared and then disappeared so quickly. All felt like clues that were deliberately left vague, as if the meaning was not to be explained openly. Some fans felt the moment wasn't about a physical breakup, but rather a phase change. Some interpreted Jungkook's remarks as a form of emotional honesty that he rarely showed in public, while V's reaction was considered a silent form of acceptance. Without drama, without tears, only silence speaks loudest. That's where that sense of unpreparedness comes in, because the ARMY realizes that not everything is going to be announced in big words. But precisely because there is no official explanation, the emotional sense continues to hang. The brief moment became a subject of reflection, about the long journey, about the togetherness with which so many things have passed, and about the possibility that every meeting always harbors the potential for separation, no matter how small the gesture. Jungkook and V may not have meant to convey a specific message, but the honesty of the emotions captured on camera makes it all feel so real. Until now, no clarification, no affirmation. All that remained were mixed feelings among the ARMY: fear, hope, and faithful waiting. Because if it's true that it was a goodbye that was never said, then it's probably not the end they wanted to show, but a reminder that the deepest ties don't always need a goodbye. And perhaps therein lies its strength. Not on what is said, but on what is deliberately left hanging. Jungkook is known for being honest with his feelings, but this time the honesty felt half-way through, as if a follow-up sentence was stuck in his throat. ARMY also felt the same anxiety. If there was nothing, why was it so hard to just pass? V's reaction deepened that feeling even more. He didn't try to change the mood, didn't joke as usual. The silence felt like a form of protection, keeping something intact, even if it wasn't spoken. Many say that expression can only be possessed by someone who understands the meaning behind Jungkook's words, much deeper than the audience can capture. As time went on, the moment did not fade away. Quite the contrary, it grows into a collective memory that is constantly talked about. For ARMY, this is not just a broadcast cut or a knee-jerk reaction, but a reminder that human relationships, even behind the glitter of the stage, remain fragile and full of emotion. There are times when feelings are stronger than any explanation. And to this day, the question still hangs without a definite answer. Is this just an emotional moment that happened to be captured on camera, or a farewell that is not yet ready to be said? The ARMY may never fully know. But one thing was clear: those few short hours had left a long trail, and Jungkook and V's silence spoke louder than 1,000 words. The trace continues to be felt even after the screen is turned off. Many soldiers admitted to still thinking about Jungkook's one sentence hours later, trying to convince themselves that their feelings were too much. But the more ignored, the stronger the oddity. As if the moment was not just watched but felt, touching the emotional side that is rarely touched by ordinary content. Some say, maybe this is just a reflection of fatigue, maybe also just a sensitive mood. But why does Reaction V feel so aligned? Not surprised, not confused, but calm in a sad way. Like someone who already knows the end of the story, but chooses silence because he knows the words will not change anything. It was at this point that the army began to realize something deeper. That not all important moments come with big announcements or long explanations. Sometimes, what hurts the most comes in the form of silence, a brief look, and words that sound ordinary but feel extraordinary. Jungkook and V seem to show that true emotions don't always want to be interpreted, they just want to be felt. Until now, that moment lives on in the collective memory of the fandom. Talked about in a subdued tone, shared carefully, as if afraid to spoil it with too many assumptions. Because perhaps if it really is a farewell that is never said, then it is not about loss, but rather about trust, that some bonds do not need a goodbye word to remain meaningful.